This week's weekly reflection, I enjoy reading Unit 8 and 8 Incomplete because the unit focused on learning and goal setting. I hope to become an elementary school teacher by the next following school year. So when I tell people that, even close family and friends, they tell me I'm crazy to get into this field. However, it's always been a dream of mine, so I try my absolute best not to let people distract me from my goal. I know it can be quite draining profession with all the daily tasks and demands. Nevertheless, I know it's the same profession that results in great reward. So I try to surround myself with supportive individuals, and I always try to read books and watch informative videos to become the best teacher I can be. Um, so yeah, that chapter hit close to home. It just reminded me of my goals and to not stop and don't let anybody tell you you shouldn't or you can't do it. Moving on to the language teaching methodologies and approaches. The first one I wanted to research more on was the grammar translation method. It's kind of was usually called the classical method. Um, let's see. This one's really structured. No creativity is like expected of the students. Hold on, I lost my. Okay, its main goal is to enable students to read and translate literature written in the target language. It's important to note that translation is the key to this technique as writing and reading. There is not normally any listening or speaking practices. There is virtually no pronunciation practice for the students. Essentially, classes are taught in the mother tongue with very little active use of the target language. For instance, the instructor will teach the target language using the mother tongue of the students. An advantage is that it focuses on a translation of vocabularies, especially for beginners. On the other hand, children do not necessarily have the opportunity to produce their own sentences and way of speaking. Students learn the vocabulary and grammar rules from the teachers or a book and practice doing so by doing drills and translation exercises both to and from the target language. It also removes any creativity, like I said, and student initiative since it is such a structured method. On the other hand, there is the direct teaching, the direct method. And according to BrightHubEducation.com, direct teaching, if utilized by unprepared teachers, can be disastrous. For direct teaching or instruction to be effective, the teacher must have a mastery of the subject matter, must prepare a well-organized content, and have excellent communication skills. Without these traits, a teacher could not effectively carry out one direct teaching or direct instruction. So it's always important for the teacher to be well prepared. But let's see, direct teaching is best for learning specific concept or skills. Learning targets also make it easier for teachers to create assessment tests of high validity and high reliability. I can't say that word. I never can say that word. Students, for their part, do not suffer much confusion in determining which part of the lesson is important. I think direct instruction is great for lower elementary students because it serves as a model of the learning process and lays the foundation for higher learning concepts. Language, in the chapter, this chapter discusses language acquisition in school. Instructors should provide opportunities for children to engage in useful and purposeful first and second language literacy interactions. So in order to achieve this goal, a routine should be implemented Consistency is key. It's important that a curriculum brings in culture. A language and literacy rich environment is provided, and discussions in the classroom should be open. Language and literacy activities should be incorporated to be socially useful and challenging. Inclusion of home language will provide confidence in their home language, will allow students to build pride in their family culture and become experts in that culture. Socially, students will be able to compare languages and cultures and develop meta-linguistic awareness. Excuse for all my tongue twisters. I'm really tired and I have a lot of homework to do. It's not my best weekly reflection, but I hope it was informative. I tried my best to include all 3 readings. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment area. Everybody, good night. Bye.